come on, we're in a house of God. First, simmer down. I want to thank Commissioner Kavanaugh and Chief Hodgins for that recognition.
Hey there, folks. Welcome back to Belly News.
Choose to appeal this, which we will. We have to post the bond, which is the full amount and some, and we will be prepared to do that. They picked the wrong guy to pick on, in my opinion, because he's strong, he's resilient, and he happens to have a lot of cash.
Today we're diving into a topic that's got everyone talking. The whopping $400 million fine slapped on Donald Trump. And boy, is it causing a stir in the Big Apple. Let's chat about the top 5 reasons why this fine will make the Big Apple a rotten one. Number 5, job loss. So picture this. Trump's locked out of getting loans for 3 whole years and booted from executive roles. What does that mean? Well, it spells trouble for his businesses, which in turn means job losses for hardworking New Yorkers. Number 4, small businesses lags. Now, here's the kicker. It's not just Trump's
What do you
businesses
think
feeling
business
the
people in New
squeeze.
York agree?
Oh, no, they have to be afraid, and a lot of them aren't going to actually come out and say anything. But we're going to see.
They don't want to get targeted.
Exactly. If you can, anyone who's thinking in their right mind has to understand. You may be in favor. The government in power may like you now, but if they can do this to someone they don't like, eventually they can do it to you as well. And so I don't see a whole lot of business folks out there cheering this.
Number 3, tourism trouble. New York City was always known as a hot spot for tourists, right? Well, not so much lately. With all the bad press swirling around from progressive district attorneys, crime wave, and illegal immigration stinking up the city. And of course, thanks to this fine, visitors are giving the city the cold shoulder. And that means less cash flowing into local businesses. Property values drop. Judge Engoron's decision to lay down the law is sending shockwaves through the real estate scene. He pretty much made up his mind about property values. He's a real genius. So, what does that do to the rest of the residents' properties? Property values could take a nosedive, leaving homeowners and investors feeling the pinch. Ouch. Now, what do you think is the number one reason why the city's economy is likely to tank from this outrageous fine?
An extraordinarily unusual circumstance that the law-abiding and rule-following New Yorkers who are business people have nothing to worry about because they're very different than Donald Trump and his behavior.
Do you think any foreign institution or any private equity firm or any pension fund would touch New York? No. And that's why New Yorkers should be concerned. The fine people of New York should ask themselves, why are we such a loser states versus loser states? Look at Tennessee right now, fastest growing city in America, Nashville. Winner state, good policy, competitive taxes. You've got to start thinking about this in the context of winners and losers. New York, mega losers.
The biggest problem for New York is real estate investors. They are taking their businesses elsewhere. This hefty fine scares off investors. Investors are wondering who's next in line. No one's buying Governor Hochul's statements. The fine only applied to Trump. To the New York City residents, you get what you vote for. So, there you have it, folks. The $400 million fine against Trump is like a storm cloud hanging over New York City's head. But hey, you get what you vote for. Stick around with Belly News. For more updates, leave a comment and subscribe. Thanks for tuning in.